Hello and welcome to today's math lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps, and close our eyes. When you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we can begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. Back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave side to side. Excellent. And then back down to touch your toes once more. Stand up straight, guys. Have a shake. Arms and legs, shake it out. Shake it out. And now hands on hips. Let's have a wiggle side to side. Stop. Another wiggle, side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards. Backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. And now we can go round and round. Round and round. Round and round. And stop. And then can we go back the other way? Round and round the other way. Round and round. And stop. Okay, guys, and to finish, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good, have a seat. So today, in math class, we're going to begin learning about a new topic. Now, can anybody guess what that topic is? You don't know yet? Okay, I'll give you a clue. We use it all the time. Listen to what I say. We use it all the time. Time. Yes, today we're going to begin learning about time. T-I-M-E. Time is the topic of our new section in math. And what we're going to be learning about first are the different units of time. So what I'll do to demonstrate the different units is I will draw a clock face. And a clock face looks something like this, usually circular. Now, can anybody tell me how many hours are on a clock face? 12. Excellent, guys. So we'll have 12 at the top, 3 here, 6, 9, and then we fill in the gaps with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now we have 12 numbers on a clock face. What do these numbers represent? What unit of time? We have 12 hours. Correct. Well done, guys. So our first unit of time, hours. And then what I'll do now is usually clock faces have 2 or 3 hands on. What we'll do today, because we're learning about 3 different units of time, is I will draw the 3 hands that are usually on a clock. And the first one is the shortest one, and that represents hours, okay? And then every clock will have at least 2 hands. The next hand will be the longer hand. Now, does anybody know what the longer hand represents? Not hours, minutes. Well done. M-I-N-U-T-E-S. Hours and minutes. Every clock will have at least 2 hands on it. And them hands, the short hand is hours, and the longer hand is minutes. If your clock doesn't have them hands on it, it's broken. But some clocks also have a third hand on, and this is the one that goes round very quickly. Does anybody know if there's a third hand on a clock face, what it represents? Excellent, yes. Some clocks have a second hand too. S-E-C-O-N-D-S. So we've got hours, minutes, seconds. And this is what we mean by units of time. We can count the time in different ways. Units of time. For example, how many seconds in 1 minute? Can anybody think? 60, yes. If the second hand goes around the clock face once, it equals 1 minute. Now, how many times or how many minutes must there be to create 1 hour? Same again, exactly. 60 minutes equals 1 hour. And then we have 12 hours on a clock. So what happens with the clock is a clock has to go round twice in 1 day. Because how many hours in 1 day, guys? 24. So 12 hours isn't enough. What needs to happen is 12 plus the second round, 12 plus 12 hours equals 1 day. 24 hours is 1 day. So you see how the units of time, they all relate to each other. Can anybody remember the first time of the day, the first 12 hours that we're in now, from midnight to midday? Does anybody remember what that's called? Time. AM, excellent. You see, the first one, AM. Now after midday to midnight, PM. So the 12 hours from AM plus the 12 hours from PM equals 24. And that's how we get 1 day. And on the clock face, 60 seconds creates 1 minute. 60 minutes creates 1 hour. And then the hours go into the days. And that's what we mean by units of time. which we're going to be learning about today. Guys, that was brilliant. Very well done. And what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe, listen to, and also practice speaking about the different units of time that we can see on a clock face and how they work in relation to each other. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, please, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation today, Units of Time, Lesson 1. And here you can see on the picture, guys, is a picture of a clock, similar to the one I drawn on the board earlier. How many hours can you see? 12. Every clock has 12 hours. That's why it has to go round twice in one day. Now, how many hands can you see? 3. Now, the red hand, the shorter one, that's for the hours. The shortest hand on the clock face is the hour hand. Then you can see the black hand too. Now, what does the black hand represent? Minutes. Yes. The red hand has the hours. The black hand has the minutes. And also, most clocks have a third hand too, the blue hand, which represents seconds. Yes. So these are the different units of time we see on a clock face. And they all move at different speeds because they represent different times. There are 3 hands on this clock face. So let's learn more about them. The blue hand is the second hand. It makes a complete round in 60 seconds. Yes, for the second hand to move all the way around the clock face takes 60 seconds. And 60 seconds equals 1 minute. So one movement of the second hand all the way round, 60 seconds, 1 minute. The black hand is the minute hand. It makes a complete round in 60 minutes. So still 60, but longer than the second hand, not 60 seconds, 60 minutes. The minute hand will move all the way around the clock once in 60 minutes. 60 minutes equals 1 hour. Okay, so 60 seconds to 1 minute, 60 minutes to 1 hour. The red hand is the hour hand. It makes a complete round in 12 hours. Okay, so the slowest hand takes the longest to go round. It takes 12 hours to make 1 round. The hour hand goes round twice in 1 day. 12 plus 12 equals 24 hours. And what does 24 hours make? 1 day. 24 hours equals 1 day. That's why it has to go round twice, because 12 isn't enough. 12 hours is half a day, but 24 hours is 1 day. The first 12 hours, midnight to midday, is AM. So now it's morning time here. We're in this time period. We're in AM. But in a few hours, when it's time for us to go for lunch, so 7 o'clock in the morning is 7 AM. Yes, just take the hour and the time period, 7 AM. The second 12 hours, midday to midnight, is PM. So when it's 7 o'clock then, we don't say 7 a.m., we say, excellent, 7 p.m. Like in a short while, it will be 9 a.m. because we're in 9 a.m. But in 12 hours, it'll be 9 o'clock again, but it won't be 9 a.m., it'll be 9 o'clock at night. It will be 9 p.m. So just change a.m. and p.m. First 12 hours of the day is a.m. Second 12 hours of the day is p.m. Okay, so now let's practice calculating our units of time. How many minutes are there in 2 hours and 45 minutes? Okay, so let's do this one together. We have our question. How many minutes are there in 2 hours and 45 minutes? So we want to know the total number of minutes. So what we need to do is think about how many minutes in 1 hour. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So if 1 hour is 60 minutes, how many minutes in 2 hours? 120. Well done. You see, 2 hours equals 120 minutes. But now we still have 45 minutes to add. So what's 120 minutes plus 45 minutes? Correct. You see, by using the units of time, we can work out how many minutes in 2 hours, 45 minutes. So you see, 2 hours and 45 minutes equals 165 minutes. Yes, that's what we mean by different units of time. The minutes and the hours. Understand? Okay, let's do one more together. How many minutes are there in 3 hours and 30 minutes? Okay. How many minutes in 1 hour? 1 hour equals 60 minutes. But how many hours do we have? How many? 3. So how many minutes in 3 hours? If 1 hour is 60 minutes, we need to do 3 times 60. Equals 180. 3 hours is 180 minutes. But we're not finished yet because we still have our 20 minutes to add. So 180 minutes plus 20 minutes, 200 minutes. So now we know 3 hours and 20 minutes equals 200 minutes. And that's how we can work out the different units of time. Any questions, guys? No. That was brilliant. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation about the different units of time. And today we're learning about clock time, hours, minutes, and seconds. And remember, the relationship between seconds and minutes is exactly the same as minutes and hours, because there's 60 seconds in 1 minute and there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. So when we're looking to do our calculations, remember that one complete round of minutes and seconds is 60. But before we have our flashcards exercise, it's time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs, guys. And we'll begin with some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent, guys. And now we can do 5 stretches to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Very good. And next we'll do 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. And let's have a shake. Shake it out. Now let's take our right hand and find our left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And one more time, guys, shake it out. Arms and legs. Shake it out. And to finish, we will do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So coming up, we've got our flashcards exercise for our students to practice calculating the different units of time. But before we begin, I would like to do one demonstration. So let's see, who can give me a number of minutes? How many minutes shall I use? Between 1 and 10. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. How many seconds between 1 and 60? 25. 5 minutes, 25 seconds. Okay, so what I want to know, how many seconds in 5 minutes and 25 seconds? So what we need to do is take the minutes first. How many seconds in 1 minute? 60. So I need to times by how many? 5. Okay. So let's do 60 times 5. 5 times 0. 5 times 6. 300. Am I finished yet? No. What do I still need to add? So the second calculation plus 25. 0 plus 5 equals 5. 0 plus 2 equals 2. 3 plus nothing equals 3. So there you go. 5 minutes and 25 seconds equals 325 seconds. And what we've done here is a calculation of minutes in seconds. But remember, if we're doing the same calculation with seconds and minutes or hours, it's always the same, because 60 seconds creates 1 minute and 60 minutes also creates 1 hour. And that's how we calculate based on the different units of time. So teachers, what we've got now is a flashcards exercise for our students. What you'll need to do prior to the lesson is print off the flash sheets and then cut them into individual calculations. Have our students come forward, choose one, write it on the board, and then work out the calculation into the different units of time. And we're going to begin now with our students. But first of all, I'll clean the board. And the first student I would like to invite forward today is Lakao. So Lakao, come and join me at the front of class. Pick a flashcard and show it to your friends. What do we have, guys? 4 hours. How many minutes? 4 hours and 44 minutes. So what we want to know now, how many minutes in 4 hours and 44 minutes? So first of all, Lakao, can you write 4 hours and 44 minutes, please? 4 hours, 44 minutes. Minutes. U-T-E-S. Excellent. Okay, so now we've got our unit of time, 4 hours, 44 minutes. But we want to know how many minutes in total. So how many minutes in 1 hour? 60. So we need to take 60 times 4. So our first calculation, 60, 4. 4 times 0 is equals 0. 4 times 6, 24. Excellent. So now we know in 4 hours we've got 240 minutes. But we're not finished yet because we have some minutes to add. So now 240 plus 44. Excellent, Michael. Excellent. So now we've got our answer. What's our total? 284. And that's how we work out the amount of minutes in 4 hours and 44 minutes. So altogether, guys, 284 minutes equals 4 hours and 44 minutes. And that's how we understand the relationship between the units of time. Lakau, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Lakau, please, guys. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing in our classroom now. You can pause the video and play on with your own students for the next 12 to 15 minutes. And remember, always choose a different student each time with a different flashcard, and then our students practice answering together. And we'll carry on playing here. But first of all, I'll clean the board. And our next student to come and join me at the front will be Pangpon. Come and join me at the front, please, Pangpon. Choose a flashcard and show it to your friends. Excellent. So what's our time period on the flashcard now? Okay, 3 hours, 15 minutes. So what we want to know now, how many minutes in 3 hours and 15 minutes? So Pangpon, first thing to do, can you write the time periods on the board? We've got 3 hours, H-O-U-R-S, excellent. And then how many minutes? 15 minutes. M-I-N-U-T-E-S. Excellent, Pangpon. So, okay, so how many minutes in 1 hour? 60, always 60. And how many hours do we need to find out? 3. So 60 times 3. That's our first calculation, 60 times 3. So 60 times 3. Okay, so 3 times 0 equals 0. 3 times 6 equals 18. Correct, well done, Pangpon. Okay, so now we know the amount of minutes in 3 hours, 180. But we're not finished yet. We still have 15 minutes. So now 180 plus 15. Excellent. 5, 9, 1. Perfect. Pangpon has correctly worked out the amount of minutes in 3 hours and 15 minutes. So we can say together 195 minutes equals 3 hours and 15 minutes. Pangpon, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Pangpon, please, guys. Okay, guys, doing really well. Now you're getting the hang of it. Just equate it from 60 into the amount of units of the different times. And let's do some more. Okay, so let's see who can go next. I know, now it's time for Pakpong. Come come and join me at the front of class, please. Stand here for me and choose your flashcard. Show it to your friends. Excellent. Okay, what's the unit of time now? 2 minutes, 25 seconds. So now we need to find out how many seconds. So first of all, Pak Bung, can you write this time period on the board? 2 minutes, M-I-N-U-T-E-S, 25 seconds. S-O-N, perfect, O-N-D-S. So guys, how many seconds in 1 minute? 60. How many minutes do we have? So what's our calculation? Or 2 times 60. Correct. So Pak Bung, you can do the first calculation. 60 times 2. 2 times 0? 0. 2 times 6 equals 12. So now we know the amount of seconds in 2 minutes, 120 seconds. And what do we need to add next? 120 Correct. We add the remaining seconds to our total. So 120 plus 25 equals 145. Excellent, Pak Bung. So we can say together 2 minutes, 25 seconds equals 145 seconds. Pak Bung, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Pak Bung, please, guys. Let's do one more together before we move on to the worksheet activity where you have to do by yourselves. Now, I would like to invite Dan to come and join me at the front of class, please. And choose your flashcard, please, Dan, and show it to your friends. Just one. Okay, so now, what do we have? 1 hour, 55 minutes. Okay, so first thing to do, Dan, write this time period on the board. 1 hour, and 55 minutes. M-I-N-U-T-E-S. Okay, so now we've got our time period. We need to find out how many minutes. So the first calculation, how many minutes in 1 hour? 60. So 60 times 1 equals 60, yes. Quite easy to work out because it's just 1 hour. But now we need to add the next set of minutes. So 60 plus 55. 0 plus 5 is 5. 6 plus 5 is 11. And that's it. That's our total amount of minutes correctly worked out. So we can say 1 hour, 55 minutes equals 115 minutes. And that's how we work out the different units of time on a clock. Dan, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Dan, please, guys. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, what you'll need to do is print off a worksheet for all of the students in your class. And what we're doing today is practicing the relationship between the different units of time. So what our students need to do is they need to look at the unit of time in the left-hand column and then write the equivalent in either minutes or seconds based upon the time period. But what's the first thing we need to do, guys? Write your names on top, yes. And give our students around 12 minutes for this exercise and just help them with anything they need. So Ned, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pat, for you. You're welcome. Nadia, here's yours. You're welcome. Two for you. You're welcome. Down, here's yours. You're welcome. Prel for you. You're welcome. Bangpon, this is for you. You're welcome. And Lakgao, that one's for you. So names on top first, guys, and then read each of the different units of time and convert them into either minutes or seconds, just like we've been doing with the flashcards exercise. And remember, the unit of conversion is 60, because 60 seconds equals 1 minute. 60 minutes equals 1 hour. So for example, 2 hours equals how many minutes? If 1 hour is 60 minutes, 120. Yes. We know 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So therefore, 2 hours is 2 times 60, which is 120 minutes. And that's how we can do our calculations based upon the different units of time. So Ned, 1 hour is 60 minutes, not 2 hours. If 1 hour is 60 minutes, what's 2 hours? Yes. 2 times 60. So you have to look at the unit of time first. 2 hours equals how many minutes? 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 2 hours equals 20, because 2 times 60 equals 120. Excellent, Nadia, well done. And then they get a little bit harder. Then you have to add hours and minutes. And if you need to, guys, you can do your tables on the worksheet. If you need to work out, don't be scared to do your working out on the worksheets too. I like to see that. And if you need any help, let me know. So number 8 down, 5 minutes. How many seconds in 5 minutes? 5 times 60. Do your table. 5 times 60 equals 300. And then at the end, we add 25. So 300 plus 25. Correct. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet exercise where they had to read the different time periods and convert them into the separate units by using the calculation. And remember, when we're looking at converting seconds into minutes or minutes into hours, the conversion rate is 60, because 60 seconds makes 1 minute and 60 minutes makes 1 hour. And guys, that was brilliant, so very well done. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you found it interesting and enjoyed the lesson and now understand more about the different units of time on a clock. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave?